In 1996, a book entitled Origin of the Olmec Civilization was published. The writer, Professor Mike Xu, was teaching at the University of Central Oklahoma, proposed a controversial hypothesis. He suggested that around 1200 BC, refugees from China's Shang Dynasty traveled across the Pacific Ocean and influenced the development of the Olmec Civilization in Mesoamerica. In this episode, we will delve into this hypothesis about the similarities between these two ancient civilizations apart from thousands of miles. An ancient transoceanic contact that happened over 3,000 years ago might be possible because of one horrifying reason: human sacrifice. A rock carving discovered by Dr. John Ruskamp in Albuquerque, New Mexico, shows symbols that closely match those of ancient Chinese characters. Ruskamp believes that rock carvings found in the Americas suggest a fascinating possibility of early contact between the ancient Chinese and Native Americans. These carvings, which resemble the Chinese oracle bone script, the first character is Xian, which means ritual ancestral sacrificial offering. The second character means dog. The third Da means great king. The fourth character, Ji, meaning a man kneeling before a superior. And the fifth, Da Jia, the third king of the Shang Dynasty. The last one is Gang, meaning the seventh Chinese heavenly stem. Furthermore, Ruskamp's extensive research into these carvings reveals a pattern that could not be coincidental. The similarities are too precise to be dismissed as mere chance. If this theory proves to be correct, it will revolutionize our understanding of transoceanic contact and cultural exchange before Columbus. The cooperation between Chinese and Honduran archaeologists in 2024, unraveling the secrets of the Mayan civilization, the Chinese archaeological team made significant progress excavating the courtyard of a noble. The meticulous tunnel excavation revealed the development and decline of the building and the ups and downs of the aristocratic family that lived in that era. A large number of exquisite carvings depicted worship of the god Yum Kaax and ancestor worship. They also discovered for the first time a large-scale carving of the rebirth of Yum Kaax from the belly of a dragon-headed bird. The dragon's head of the bird is quite similar to that of the Chinese dragon. The high-quality jade jewelry in the noble's tomb was particularly splendid and included a statue depicting King Uaxaclajuun Ub'aah K'awiil, the 13th ruler of the Copan dynasty. According to the research, the dragon head carving was likely part of a large pattern that was inlaid in the wall, and its shape reminded a Chinese dragon. Mayan and Chinese civilizations could have inherited the same shamanic religious beliefs that originated during the late Paleolithic age. Physical similarities between some Native Americans and East Asians further support the idea of ancient Chinese contact with North America. Such shovel-shaped incisors and similar genetic markers add another layer of evidence to the hypothesis. Native American and East Asian populations share a common ancestral connection through ancient migrations from Asia to the Americas. Genetically, Native Americans are most closely related to East Asians, while approximately 37% of their ancestry is derived from ancient North Eurasians. The prevailing theory, supported by genetic, archaeological, and linguistic evidence, suggests that the ancestors of Native Americans migrated from Siberia across the Bering Land Bridge to North America during the last ice age, around 15,000 to 20,000 years ago. The human sacrifice practice began with the king of the Shang Dynasty, Shang Tong. He is credited with overthrowing the tyrannical Xia Dynasty ruler Ji. Shang Tong conducted a large-scale ritual involving self-immolation to communicate with the gods, hoping to persuade the rain god to alleviate the drought. Human sacrifice played a significant role in the Shang Dynasty's political and religious rituals. During ceremonies such as Xun Zang, burial sacrifices, and Renji, human offering sacrifices, prisoners of war and slaves were often sacrificed. These rituals were believed to appease gods and ancestors, ensuring the dynasty's prosperity. The Xun Zang rituals involved burying live humans alongside the deceased elite, a practice thought to provide companionship and service in the afterlife. Renji sacrifices, on the other hand, were offerings made to deities during major state ceremonies to secure divine favor and blessings. Archaeological findings, such as mass graves and sacrificial pits, provide evidence of these practices. For example, the excavation of the royal cemetery at Anyang, the last capital of the Shang Dynasty, revealed numerous human remains alongside rich grave goods. These findings illustrate the scale and significance of human sacrifice in Shang society. The willingness to offer human lives was seen as a testament to the ruler's strength and commitment to the welfare of the state. These rituals also highlight the importance of ancestor worship in Shang culture. The belief that the spirits of the dead could influence the living underscored the need to maintain good relations with ancestors through sacrificial offerings. Human sacrifice was also prevalent in Mayan culture, serving religious and societal purposes. These rituals were performed to appease gods and maintain societal stability. Various ceremonies involved different methods of sacrifice, highlighting the deep spiritual beliefs of the Maya. One notable ceremony was the offering of captives to the gods, which often took place during significant calendar events such as the end of a calendar cycle. The Maya believed such sacrifices were necessary to renew the world and ensure the continued favor of the gods. Sacrificial victims were believed to be war captives or slaves, and the methods of sacrifice varied, including heart extraction, decapitation, and drowning. The importance of these rituals is evident in Mayan art and architecture. Temples and altars often depict scenes of sacrifice, and inscriptions recount the deeds of rulers who conducted these ceremonies. These acts were believed to legitimize the ruler's power and reinforce their divine right to govern. Mayan rulers used human sacrifice as a means of demonstrating their divine right to rule. By performing these rituals, they showed their subjects that they had the favor of the gods, which legitimized their authority and strengthened their control over the population. The latest research on the victims of ancient Maya sacrifices in Chichen Itza, Mexico, published in Nature, used ancient DNA analysis to investigate the remains of 64 individuals believed to have been ritually sacrificed and found in an underground chamber. Contrary to previous assumptions that young females were primarily sacrificed, the analysis revealed that all the victims were young boys, many of whom were closely related, including 2 sets of twins. This finding suggests a more complex picture of human sacrifice involving young boys, likely selected in pairs for ritual purposes. Studies reviewed that sacrifices also played a crucial role in the Mayan understanding of the universe. The belief that the gods required human blood to sustain the world reinforced the idea that human sacrifice was a necessary and sacred duty. The theory of Chinese influence on the Maya remains controversial. The accumulated evidence invites us to reconsider our understanding of ancient transoceanic contact. The discoveries and ongoing research challenge the traditional narrative of isolated development and open new avenues for exploring the rich tapestry of human history. This intriguing possibility of early cultural exchange reminds us of the interconnectedness of human societies, transcending geographical and temporal boundaries. Feel free to leave your comments. If you like my video, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. I see you in the next quest.